Okay, so you've just brought a baby into the world. It's one of the most incredible, mind-blowing things ever. But let's be real, it can also bring a lot of questions. We're going to break down the absolute essentials of newborn care and hopefully turn that overwhelming feeling into pure confidence. Let's build your user manual together.
It's that wild moment, isn't it? You're finally home, you've got this perfect, tiny human, and then it hits you. They didn't come with instructions. Well, don't worry. We've dug into some expert advice from the Spanish Federation of Midwives Associations to put together the quick start guide you've been wishing for.
So, first things first in our manual. Before you can even begin to do anything, you've got to understand what your baby is trying to tell you. So this first section is all about learning to speak their unique language.
Let's just get this straight right out of the gate. Crying is not a sign that you're failing as a parent. It's not. It is literally the only tool they have to communicate with you before they can talk. It's how they say, hey, I need something. Your job isn't to stop them from ever crying, is to listen and figure out what they need.
So what are they saying? Well, it's almost always one of these things. Just think of this as your first diagnostic checklist. Are they hungry? Is the diaper wet? Instead of letting the sound of the cry overwhelm you, just start running through this list. You'll be amazed at how fast you get the hang of it and become a total pro at decoding their signals.
All right, you're starting to understand a language, so let's get into the practical, hands-on stuff. This is the heart of our user manual, the how-to section, covering the big three: feeding, bathing, and of course, sleep.
When it comes to feeding, you have options. Breastfeeding is amazing. It's packed with benefits and recommended as the sole source of food for the first 6 months. But you know what? Formula is a completely valid and healthy choice too. If you go with formula, the #1 rule is hygiene. I'm talking clean hands, sterile bottles, and following the mixing instructions to the letter. Don't eyeball it and always toss the leftovers. Bacteria can grow in there super fast.
Now, around 6 months, a whole new world opens up. Solid foods. This visual here gives us a great little roadmap. As you can see, it's a gradual process. You start simple, maybe with some fruits. A bit later, you bring in veggies. Around 7 months, maybe some chicken. And then after 9 months, you can try things like fish and eggs. The key principle? Introduce new things one at a time. Wait a few days between each new food just to make sure you can spot any potential allergies.
Bath time can feel a little nerve-wracking at first, but this routine makes it so much easier. The trick is to get everything ready before you even put the baby near the water. Test the temp with your elbow. It should feel just right, not hot or cold. Always wash from the cleanest part to the dirtiest, so face first, diaper area last. And this is crucial. Always, always keep a secure hand on your baby. When you're done, just gently pat them dry. See, a bath doesn't have to be some long, drawn-out ordeal. 5 minutes is perfect.
Okay, now for something that is absolutely critically important: safe sleep. These guidelines are all about preventing SIDS, or sudden infant death syndrome. The #1 most important rule is to always put your baby on their back to sleep. Always. And the crib should be totally bare, just a firm mattress and a fitted sheet. That means no pillows, no blankets, no stuffed animals, nothing. Keep the room comfy and don't overdress them.
You know, a newborn's skin can do some pretty weird things that can freak new parents out. But honestly, most of what you'll see is totally normal and completely harmless. It's just their skin getting used to life on the outside.
First up is cradle cap. You might see these flaky, kind of dandruff-like patches or even some thick, yellowish, scaly stuff on your baby's head. I know, it might not look pretty, but it is totally harmless and it almost always just goes away on its own. Next up, you might be shocked to see pimples. Yep, baby acne is a real thing. It's usually just caused by some of mom's hormones that are still hanging out in your baby's system. It's not like teenage acne at all, and it clears up by itself. No treatment needed.
You might also notice a flat, pinkish mark. People have cute names for them, like a stork bite on the neck or an angel's piss on the forehead. They're just a little cluster of tiny blood vessels right under the skin. They're harmless, and most of them fade away within the first year.
Okay, we've covered the day-to-day stuff. Now we need to talk about the check engine lights. It's really important to know what's normal and what warrants a call to the doctor. This isn't to scare you, it's to empower you.
This is the magic number. You need to burn this into your brain.
For a newborn under 3 months old, a rectal temperature of 38 degrees Celsius or 100.4 Fahrenheit is a fever. And any fever in a baby that young is an automatic, no questions asked, immediate call to your doctor.
Beyond that fever, here are the other big red flags. A bluish tint to their skin, any kind of trouble breathing, repeated forceful vomiting, and trust me, that's way different from normal spit up. Also, if they just refuse to eat, or if they're crying in a way that you just can't soothe them, or the total opposite, they're so sleepy you can't wake them up. You have to trust your gut. If something feels wrong, make the call.
We've talked about feeding, bathing, sleeping, all of it. But all of these tasks, they're really secondary to your single most important job as a new parent.
And that job is bonding. The Spanish guide uses this beautiful word, apego. It's that deep emotional connection you build. It's not just another item on your to-do list, it's the entire foundation for how your baby will feel safe and secure in the world.
And this quote from the guide just nails it. Yeah, getting the bath temperature just right is good, but providing that deep sense of love and security, that's what really tunes you in to who your baby is. It's what makes the whole user manual come to life.
And you know, one of the most powerful and simplest ways to build this bond is just skin-to-skin contact. Holding your baby against your bare chest. It calms them, it helps regulate their heart rate, it reduces stress for both of you, and it just cements that connection. It's like a biological superpower that all parents have.
So while a guide like this is a great starting point, the real manual is your baby. The real expertise comes from the relationship you build together. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What's the most important thing you'll learn? Not from any guide, but just from being present and listening to that little person in your arms. Because that's where the real magic happens.